It's like 105 right now, but where we're headed, it's not going to be as hot because today is the day.
When we last left you, we were soaking up some incredible views in the wilds of Arizona in pursuit of some epic campsites. But now it was time to head south to Phoenix for one last round of vehicle and trailer modifications for our trip north. We were finishing up our to-do list at a blistering pace, so we opted to set the camera aside and focus on getting us on the trail. So we won't bore you with the last few modifications, with the exception of this one.
So today we're at Turtleback Trailers and got a new trick up our sleeve. We've got the new Icon suspension that's going underneath the Turtleback. It's going to make that ride a little bit smoother and take on some of those washboard roads the way we need it to up in the Yukon and Alaska. So let's go see what they got going on. You know you're going to be YouTube stars today, did you?
Hey!
For those who are just now joining us on this adventure, I think a bit of backstory is in order. We've been huge fans of the Turtleback trailer brand for years, having previously owned another expedition that starred in our Enchanted Rockies Trail series. After being so impressed with its performance on our earlier adventures, we jumped at the opportunity to go to work for them as their operations manager. While there, we helped refine the quality control and inventory processes to help with the ever-growing demand for this incredible product. We also had the privilege to be deeply involved with the redesign of the new 2018 Expedition models, as many of the improvements were a direct result of our experiences with our first Expedition model. One of those developments came from a long-standing request to Dave, the owner, for a bulletproof, smooth as butter trailer suspension. Now, when I say request, I mean we literally bugged Dave to death until he decided to go all in with the development and engineering costs to see what we could come up with. After a lengthy and intense collaboration with Icon Vehicle Dynamics and Hyperco Springs, a design was born, and we just had to have it on our trailer for the journey ahead. So that's why we have returned to Turtleback HQ to install what we anticipated to be the most robust and smooth riding trailer suspension available. The suspension is based on a trailing arm design, which improves overall clearance and creates an improved range of motion to allow the wheel to travel up and down when an obstacle is encountered. While wheel travel sounds like a good thing, it can be a challenge when you're dealing with only 2 wheels as compared to a vehicle with 4 opposing wheels. That's where the progressive springs from Hyperco come into play, along with some serious dampening capabilities from the remote reservoir shocks by Icon Vehicle Dynamics. These components were specifically tuned to allow an intense impact with a soft recovery to minimize trailer bounce. While it sounds simple, finding the right balance to give the trailer a soft ride while preventing body roll was truly an engineering feat. This is a vast improvement over traditional rubber torsion, airbag, and leaf spring suspensions found on most off-road trailers today because of the dynamic dampening abilities it offers. Now, was the suspension sponsored, you ask? Nope, we paid for this one ourselves, so stay tuned for a completely unbiased review once we put some miles under it. First big grocery shop. Hey, like in the 66 liters of storage.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, I need you to hand me all the meat.
It's like 105 right now, but where we're headed, it's not going to be as hot because today is the day.
I used to let it in, all the things you said. You try to turn me into somebody else, but it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you.
We are finally on the road, north. We've already traveled 8,000 miles since we started this process, but this time we're not turning around. This time we are going north as far as we can go, and we're not turning around until we hit the Arctic Ocean and have to turn around. It feels amazing to finally be broke free from all the prep work and just the minutia and the stress. And now we are free. So tonight we are headed to Flagstaff. I don't know exactly where we're going to camp. We didn't really have time to do a lot of research, but got a couple cool spots that had some recommendations from Keith on. So we're going to go and check those out. And then we'll sit down and kind of figure out the next few days and go from there. So thank you for sticking around this far. I know some of you have been as stressed as we are trying to work through all these little details and stuff, but you can rest easy now. The adventure it's on. It's like the traveling part, the fun part, the adventuring part is on, and here we go.
Finally. After 2 months.
After 2 months, but you know what? It's been 8.5 weeks since we said, let's sell everything and go. So, not too bad. We just want to take a second right now and give a huge shout out and thank you to Keith and Maggie. You guys are incredible. If you don't know who Keith and Maggie are, they are some friends, some fellow turtleback owners, and they said, hey, we know it's hot in Phoenix, and we know you got a lot of prep work to do, so come and stay at our house. We have beds, we have air conditioning, we have showers. And not only did they do that, they wined us, they dined us. They are just some incredible salt of the earth people, and we just want to thank them right now. So thank you, Keith. Thank you, Maggie. You guys, and Sophie and Oscar, they're Labradoodles. We had a blast hanging with you guys. Can't wait to see you again. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So anyhow, that's our update. We're going to focus on the road for a little while. And stay tuned for some incredible, mind-blowing travel and adventure and overlanding and hiking and camping and food and misadventures, stories, silliness. Anyhow, see ya. All right, let's see it.
Good. Whoop.
Oops.
Extra tasty, crispy.
Whoop, too much. So where you see where you've cracked it, that's where you need to put your fingers in and then gently pull apart. There.
On repeat, I will break like a twig right under your feet. Don't you say that you didn't want me. You turned me upside down and then you into my bed and under my skin. Oh, where will it end if I let it begin? So bittersweet, you know life's too short, so let's not waste another minute.
The next few days we spent arranging and finalizing our storage items, as well as developing our plans for school on the road. Both Kevin and I spent most of our school-age years being homeschooled, so it was a natural progression to do the same with Caroline. Our education strategy is a balance of standard fundamental curriculum, along with wilderness skills, geography, natural studies, and history of the areas we travel. We are so excited to be playing an active role in our child's education in a schoolroom as big as all outdoors.
Where will it end if I let it begin? It's trick or treat. You know life's too short, so let's not waste another minute. Hey, it's alright now. Listen to such a beautiful sound. Hey, it's alright now, but I don't know if I can take another go round.
So we made it to Coconino National Forest last night. Took us a little while to find a camp spot because there's a lot of fire closures for some of the state trust land, and unfortunately that was the access roads that we needed to get to the campsite we had tentatively planned for. So had to do a little backtracking, come around the backside, and eventually we were able to make it to this little spot. So this is pretty cool. A lot of people up in here because you know there's not a lot of other options right now around Flagstaff. So it took us a little while to find a spot that wasn't just crowded and shoulder to shoulder with other campers. So, but I think we got a pretty cool spot. Today, we're just going to take it easy, just kind of soak it in for a little bit. This is the beginning of the beginning. I mean, we've been doing this for about 7 weeks now, but there's no turning back at this point. We've finished up all our modifications and we're launched. We're here. We're doing this. So we've got some organizing to take care of. We just kind of threw things together there at the last minute, and so we're going to go through, kind of empty out the trailer, reorganize our stuff, and it'll just be an ongoing process just to put things in the proper place and to make it work for us. But we're here and it feels good. It's really starting to sink in now. We're ready to get this venture on the road. So while I've got everything emptied out, I want to show you guys the new storage system / sleeping surface that we just wrapped up. So we have 32 inches here plus the wing, and then we have 35 inches of storage here plus another 9 inches on that wing as well. This is all 1/2 inch Baltic birch plywood. It's been sprayed with Inyati bed lining. And back here we have all of Caroline's school books, some of her toys. I have a few of my maps riding along back here as well. These are all on dual 500-pound sliders. Got the compression locks there as well. Got the Snowmaster fridge on the locking sliders. And then the new piece that I really am excited about is this guy. Again, 1/2 inch Baltic birch, all sprayed with Inyati. Now, I want to show you what it looks like. So I have to do this every time I get in it, which is not a big deal. But more compression latches, boom. got the gas strut up here, and then camera gear and tools. So like all of my tools and recovery gear actually fit in here, but what I decided to do was to add some quick access stuff. So you flip up this wing, and I actually got, this is like a wall organizer that I got from the Container Store, as well as this right here. And it's got my air up stuff, got some gloves, it's got my winch controller, the backup cable for the winch is in here too. So just stuff that you might need in a hurry is all accessible. And I haven't decided what I'm going to put in this box right here. Right now I'm just kind of got some power tools and stuff that I just was using a minute ago. But then got all kinds of extra storage underneath here as well. And then it looks like my tripods are going to ride right there as well. Got the first aid kit from Tough Gear, and some more camera gear is going to ride in the door right here, but I think it turned out pretty doggone well. And then these are actually set up so that they support, so when you're in here putting weight on it, it'll actually help hold it up, as well as resting on the door right here. So turned out pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. One of my favorite parts, I don't know if you can see this or not. I might have to get a light, but the compressor is actually installed now. So it's 100% permanent, but I can still access it here. Also have another access port that can unscrew there if I need to get down in there. So pretty excited. All right, so let's get back to organizing while enjoying this.
After a few days of final organization, school scheduling, and video editing, it was time to roll north and begin our adventure in earnest. Join us next time when we explore one of the most iconic landmarks in North America.